I had the same gripes I have with modern gaming. Okay, I hate that everything is week before release now. Well, they've been doing this for a while, for like the past decade. So yeah, all you have to do is just avoid the. If you really don't want things to be leaked, just avoid spoilers for the game. It's just that simple. But all the rest of the things are valid things. I hate the fact that games get released as buggy pieces of shit and still could get an 8 out of 10. Yeah, games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen or that not Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor is a recent example of this. The game released as a broken, buggy pile of garbage. Okay? And yes, the store people are saying that, they'll fix the glitches, they'll fix the bugs, but the game should have not been released like this. Okay? That's the thing. The game should have not been released like this. Okay? And I know it's EA. EA is not a good company. Okay? But you got Pokemon. Pokemon. Let's look at Scarlet. The critics loved Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 72, which is not as good as other games, but 72 is still very good for a game that is broken, okay, as well, okay? And yeah, I played the game. The game is broken, okay? The game is broken, okay? The game had graphical issues. You really crept out of the map at one point, and this game is just broken. It's just unplayable at points. Okay. Okay, I have no issue with the graphics, the way the game looks. Okay, the gameplay of the game matters way more than how the game looks. But Sword and Shield, you had cut content, and then they had them promising, oh yeah, okay, we'll have less Pokemon, but we'll basically do what we were going to do a Sword and Shield. Have Pokemon roaming around, have high crowd, have high quality animations of Pokemon running around the overworld, you know, as well. Like Legends Arceus, they wanted to continue what happened with Legends Arceus and go with it, but this game was opened up as a buggy pile of garbage. And we could go get Battlefield, Cyberpunk, Battlefield, okay? Which I think people even forgot that game existed. But it is one of the most. I don't know what the game was called. I know the game was Battlefield game. Battlefield 5, which I'm surprised the critics did hate that game. Yeah, for some reason they don't have it. Okay, well, we'll go to 2022. PlayStation games. No, it's on the PlayStation. Yeah, new games. Game was on the PS5 and Xbox, obviously. I can't believe we have to actually do this. It was at Gotham Knights, okay? Actually, I'm talking about it. It's better. The game is not that good. Did they delete Battlefield? No, there was a Battlefield game that released last year. Modern Warfare 2. Gotham Knights, yeah, another notorious failure of last year. Maybe it came out in 2021. Okay, the game's called Battlefield 2042. Okay, Battlefield 2042. Okay, about 2021. Okay, Metacritic reviews for this game. And of course, the critics, they had to give the game a positive score. Of course they did. Because EA paid them to give the score. Okay, EA paid. Because it should really be in line with like a 42 or 30. Okay, but we know EA paid them to give the game a good score. So Boogie Pizza says they'll get 8 out of 10. I hate games that are service loot box cosmetic. Guys that just want money for shit that costs 0 to implement. Overwatch 2, anyone? Overwatch 2? I hate games that are released unfinished and need a roadmap for shit that's open in day 1. Absolutely agree, it's stupid. Okay? Games should be complete day 1. I think that's why Tears of the Kingdom, as much as these people hate that game, is gained so much praise. The game was once finished, complete, no roadmaps, no microtransactions at all. Okay? And so, I hate every game is boycotted for being too woke and too not inclusive enough. Well, that's also the same with movies as well. Okay? You know, same with movies. It's the modern day Twitter cancel culture, so you can't really escape that. But yeah, it just seems like, again, bad games do come out, okay? People say, but bad games always come out. But most games are now mostly the same. You don't really have games where they want to make the old ideas. They want to make their old, which is what that guy's referring to as soul, okay? You know, the newest Sonic game has an 8.2 because most of the people who played the game liked the game. And this is the PS5 version. Okay, even like the other versions, like the Switch version, have very high reviews, despite the critics not liking it. But don't worry, this game is on par with Battlefield 2142, one of the worst reviewed games of last year. Don't worry, it's on par with that game. Okay, a game that really launched as a broken pile of garbage, with DLC and microtransactions and roadmaps shoved up your face. I know talk about Tears like a DLC roadmap that was like all free or stuff, but that's supposed to be like extra content. Like if you were, like extra characters and stuff. Because again, the game was really supposed to be about Sonic, but to add extra stuff outside of the minimum story, which still took like 20 hours to beat as well. And if you want to play the DLC parts, you can, but you don't have to. You can just play the main story and just be satisfied. I think that's the difference between like a game like Sonic Frontiers and a game like Battlefield 2142, is that you can just play the game and be satisfied with the way the game is. Same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom will likely have DLC. Okay? It will likely have DLC. Okay? But people are satisfied with Tears of the Kingdom. Okay? Hogwarts Legacy is likely getting DLC because every heavy successful game, I don't know why I'm on the Switch version. It's the Xbox version. Yeah. Where Hogwarts Legacy has an 8.7. And it's basically the biggest competitor so far for Game of the Year against Zelda. Okay? Which I bet if the critics didn't really, pull their cancel culture bullshit, I bet it would have the same score as Zelda Tears of the Kingdom by the critics. But they're not gonna let Hogwarts Legacy get Game of the Year. They're gonna give it to Zelda, obviously. But, see what score Atomic Heart has. A 7.6 out of 10, which is actually very good for this game. It's also in the Xbox as well. But overall, modern gaming is, outside of these three games, it's basically an unmitigated disaster. Even something like Resident Evil 4, which you would think would have, everybody behind it, Actually, people actually like the Resident Evil 4 remake. The scores actually was set at self for the Resident Evil 4 remake. For some reason, it's on the PS4, but don't know why. But the Xbox version is still suffering. Yo, and that's been this video here. Goodbye.